Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Court of Swords. It's Red Shirt Tuesday, guys. Did you get the memo?
Red Shirt Tuesday. There it is.
Yeah.
I could have been tied a shirt again.
Yeah.
I literally-
Max, what shirt is this?
So it's a Target shirt. Yeah,
Yeah, it's the Target shirt. Yeah, the Target shirt. Exactly.
We should do the exact same intro as last week. I really like that intro. No reason to.
That would really be confusing for people. Wait a second, is this a VOD? What's happening?
Just
Me and
watch
Sean
this
are wearing
episode.
cool
What the
shirts, though.
hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wearing a Terran faction shirt. I actually,
No, I'm just kidding. It's like a Day of the Dead shirt.
yeah, I mean, I because I moved a few weeks ago. As always, it'll be about 8 months before all the boxes are unpacked, and the box that has most of my clothes in it is at like the bottom of a stack of boxes. So these same 5 shirts have just been getting washed over and over and over again, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's what I do. I have clothes in the wash right now. So,
Yeah, I mean, Mickey
Tuesdays
Mouse
when I
doesn't
wash
change
stuff.
his outfit all the time. Yeah.
yeah. It's a nightmare doing laundry. So, I need to hire someone to do my laundry. Just that and only that.
This is what you do. You pick a color you like. For me, it's black, and
Okay.
then just only own things that are that color.
Here's the thing.
And then don't worry about it.
I feel like if I wear a solid black shirt, I can feel a difference on my skin because of the way that the light interacts with the shirt bouncing off of it and fucking with my skin. Is that weird?
That's a
It's
little
weird.
weird.
My skin always feels oilier if I wear a pure black shirt
Unless
under
you're
lights.
standing unless you're talking about like when you're standing outside, which you weren't. You're talking about like the oils and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm these lights right here. If I wear a black shirt, my face feels oilier when I finish a broadcast, without a
No,
doubt.
I think that's a reasonable thing to say. It would be weird if you said that when you smear oil on your face, your shirt feels blacker.
True. Yeah, that would be a little bit weird. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. All right, so we got one for me, and everyone else thinks I'm weird. Adam, Adam, what have you been up to?
I've been playing lots of short games. I did the single player for Titanfall last week, which I thought was okay. You played that, right?
Yeah, I thought it was great.
Yeah, a little time travel-y bit where you get the glove. That was
fun.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was like just the right length. If it had been any longer, I'd probably been like, okay, all right, yeah.
Yeah, it was about 4 to 5 hours. Yeah, I thought the level design was the best part of that game.
Yeah, the bits, I wanted that middle bit to last forever, but the thing with the spaceships at the end was pretty fun too. But yeah, like it's interesting seeing how they made this like short experience and then tacked it onto a multiplayer game. Because that's my impression, right? Is that they made the Titanfall 2 to be a multiplayer game.
Oh yeah,
And then,
Yeah.
like, we're gonna put the single player thing in, but they didn't just half-ass it. It was like it's short, it's concise. It reminded me a lot of Portal, which I thought was kind of cool. And it was just like, here you go, here's this thing, and then now you can play the multiplayer.
From what I've heard, it sounds like it's like just exactly what you'd want. Too many games now, like when they tack on the single player, I think they overstay their welcome. They think they have to like fill out this, this certain duration for a single
Alien
player.
Isolation.
Yeah.
And it completely fucks up maybe would have been a good.
Well, what I thought was cool about it is that it felt like they were like, the designers came up with some cool mechanics, right? They were like, yeah, you're gonna jump back and forth between these two different like things, and then we're gonna have a big battle on a spaceship outside, so we can show off all the jumping and the sliding, and then they put all these mechanics in front of the story team, and we're like, I don't know, just like make it make sense, just put it together and make it into a thing, and it actually like I feel like it worked.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Yeah, so I got to play that, and that was good. It was nice and short. Other than that, it's just been like RollPlay Patreon stuff, getting ready for the new show, prepping for the one shot this week. We did the GM like fan game thing on the weekend, which was super fun. We did a little like swan song game. Did it in Asgard Sigma, so I got to go back to that universe, play around. I don't know why I didn't think of that before, but the guys in the game, when we were emailing to try to pick it out, they're like, yeah, could we play swan song? Could we just like do a swan song thing? And I was like,
yeah.
of course. It was super
just
fun.
theme it to the shows. Yeah,
It's just like, no, that's perfect.
or put it in the universe of like Court of Swords, and then have it affect us or some shit like
That's
that.
and that's what I talked about at the end. And I think if the guys for the next month, if the folks that back it, if they wanna do that, it'd be super fun to be like, meanwhile, somewhere else in the Court of Swords, and have that stuff affect the universe. Yeah, super fun. That was really cool. I got to do that on the weekend.
Cool. We probably should have started with Max, because Max, you're not at home. We should probably get that out of the way. As to where you're at and what you're doing and why you might sound different or look different.
Yeah, I'm. This is a vacation that I have scheduled with my parents for Thanksgiving, so I'm here for that. But they have Wi-Fi here, so I'm still able to do a show. If anything looks or sounds shitty or whatever, I'm just at the mercy of just basically this rental property's Wi-Fi. This mic's not a bad mic, but you know, it's kind of at the mercy of like whatever bandwidth it's going to allow me to squeeze through this router and whatever. So yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Cool.
Hopefully, it doesn't sound horrible.
Nope.
Let me know if I need to tweak my mic anymore, up or down, whatever.
Anytime you've learned to never criticize technology when using technology, because then it will fail as it just did. So
What happened?
there was just like a long pause in what you were saying. So
Oh,
it was all right though, or not
It was
pause,
like-
but like the note was drawn out.
Yeah, let me know if I sound horrible. Oh.
that's happening probably most of the time on my end when you guys don't say, like, for me, I'm sure you'll see me like, you know, I'm just not going to talk so much when
Yep.
that's happening.
Yeah.
You either have bad internet or you are having a series of very minor strokes.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, if we all just talk, and it'll be fine.
Don't do that, Adam. Don't do that. Because literally moments before you started doing that, the thing was fucking up, and I was just like, God damn it.
Yeah.
So Max, you and and there's that.
Yeah.
Oh, you're dead.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. That sucks. If you just rolled early.
So what Berg would do.
Exactly. You'll be fine. We've done a bunch of shows with Jeff on hotel internet, and the hardest part was him hearing us, not us hearing him. So
Yeah.
I guess have fun decoding all of our jargon and bullshit.
Yeah, no, it's going to be really entertaining for me because there's going to be something going on and it's going to sound really funny. Like earlier before the show, Sean was saying something. He was just saying the word floor, and then he was just like, floor. It was-
Yeah. It'll be fine. We'll be good. Dan, what have you been up to? You've been playing a lot of that Planet Coaster game, from what I've seen.
I'm a huge roller coaster tycoon fan, and so when this game came out, Planet Coaster, I've been just addicted to it for the past few days. It's so much fun because it's made by the people that made the third game.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it's a great little coaster game if you like that kind of roller coaster tycoon game.
You are just misspeaking, right? It's not the internet.
Yeah. No,
Yes.
it's my connection.
Yes, he's
It's my connection.
Don't fuck with me.
No.
Everything's
No.
fine.
Yeah, he's just misspeaking. How many times have you said roller coaster tycoon this week, Dan? Is that the issue? You've just said it
A
so
lot,
much. Yeah.
I keep wanting to say roller coaster tycoon instead of Planet Coaster all the time.
Gotcha. What's like your? Because you do a lot of custom rides, right? You'll like theme a park out and stuff like that. So what's been your favorite so far?
I like to spend a lot of time on like a one ride and like make it really nice, the scenery and stuff. I've made a really, really cool like water flume mountainy forest ride yesterday.
A water flume? Is that the word?
Yeah, like like the log flume where you sit in a log and you go down this water track. You know,
I didn't know that's what that
Mountain.
was called.
Splash Mountain.
yeah, it's like,
A flume.
yeah, log flume. It's the only time you ever use the word flume, but yeah.
I was going to say, yeah. I don't know
Unless
if
you're
I-
a chimney technician. Chimneys have flumes too.
Oh.
Yeah.
You got to
that's-
keep that shit clear of debris, or else your house will burn down. So if you got a chimney, check your flume, kids. Don't let your house get burned
We're
down.
educational and entertaining today.
Can we just have a segment where it's like little facts with Adam?
Yeah.
Stuff Adam knows.
Yeah, stuff Adam knows. He was a flume technician before he was a role player.
I'll give you
apparently.
advantage in the next roll if you can answer this trivia question.
Yeah, look, it's a little known fact. I used to be a British urchin from the 1800s. So,
Well,
you know.
I mean, one of the extra bonuses of being on the show with Adam is just like he'll use words that I know, but I've never heard anybody use like in conversation.
I mean, he's Canadian. They gotta, they have to use the smarter words every once in a while to show they're on top.
Yeah.
You see the verisimilitude of a throne.
look at what you're really
So
sitting there. Is
it's throny. Is that it?
What was that, Adam? What were you saying?
I was just saying, it sounds like you were just saying that the Canadian education system is better than yours, which I'm not going to argue with.
I won't argue. It's probably true. I don't know. I don't know the statistics, but I'd agree with that if someone.
At the
told me
very
it's
least,
true.
they just teach us more words, and we get more letters for every word. So,
Yeah, I believe that.
Well, I mean, if I can just emphasize, there's certainly a lot of words that are taught in the American education system, but particularly in the Midwest where I'm from, you don't use adjectives. adverbs. You never use it. You never say, I'm doing unbelievably well. I just had an incredibly good day. You don't say that. You go, today was good. You hold it longer. The length of the hold is the severity of it. So all these like beautiful adverbs, no, they're just gone, man. Big words. Oh, he was hungry.
Where are you from?
Kansas.
Okay.
Yeah, the mid, like when I think of Midwest, I think of Kansas.
Middle.
Yeah, the
Not even Midwest, the middle. Yeah,
Chicago's technically Midwest, but we're not really Midwest.
Yeah, I'm from Ohio, and they always add a preposition at the end of every sentence. You know, where are you going at? What you gonna do at?
Yeah.
Where are you going
I'm from
at?
Canada,
Yeah,
and I don't know where any of those places are.
I just imagine a noir mystery thriller starring Adam in Ohio. Where are you going at? He's like,
What are you talking about?
a large shadow casts across his face. Yeah.
Whence, man? Whence?
That's the new series. We're gonna put Adam in Ohio for a week and record it all. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be huge.
I'd watch.
Yeah. Sean, last but not least, what have you been up to, man?
Well, first of all, I don't know why I have the grainiest camera of all.
I don't know. I was trying to figure that out too. I think your camera is like, you use a Logitech 920, right? Or LifeCam?
Yeah. You know, I'm gonna stop it. I'm gonna start it.
Well, I think what it is that it's not grainy. It's like washed out.
Oh, it's washed out and grainy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, even in Zoom, it's not like XSplit is doing that. It's just Zoom is doing that.
It looks upside down. Yeah, no. So I mean, outside of that, for whatever reason, I don't know why, Planet Coaster does not run well on my computer.
Yeah.
So I've been so tilted. I've actually watched probably like 15 hours of Dan's stream in the last week because I want to play so bad and I can't. So I've been doing something therapeutic to take my mind off that stress, and I've been playing Dota. Did a lot of Dota over the weekend and throughout the week. That was great. Yeah, that's actually what I've been doing. That's been tight. And I gotta say, the greatest feeling in the world ever by a large margin is when there's something that used to just always fuck you up in a game,
Mm-hmm.
and then suddenly you can actually like do it well. Or I should say not as bad. Suddenly you actually get excited for the situation that used to suck because you've learned. And I didn't realize I was learning. But I just like went back, and that feeling of like not sucking as much in a spot, I was like, happened with Nature's Prophet like 2 days ago. And now I just like, I want like, if your internet goes down, I'll be like, oh, too bad. Yes. And I will immediately go play Dota. Like that's
What's the specific moment that you're talking about? Or a specific skill that you learned?
So basically, I have been the types of characters I like to play are super bursty damage spellcasters. So like Lena, Zeus, Lion.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like Nature's Prophet because it just taps into all the StarCraft stuff of like, you know, looking at the mini map and controlling more than one thing. So I stopped playing Nature's Prophet because I just felt like I didn't understand him. And then I just went back and played him after a long period and found that I just had much better sensation of when to just gank people.
Oh, and
I mean,
teleport?
Yeah, it's like a really basic skill for a lot of people, but like I just haven't played very much. So, but it's weird because it's not like a conscious thing. It's not like I am going to try to gank this game. I was just playing, and I just had more moments where my brain was like, "You can just teleport and kill that guy."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, is that so, brain?" And then you just teleport and kill him, and I was like, and my cats were like, "Meow!" It was really dramatic.
My favorite thing about people that play Nature's Prophet is when they don't know where to teleport. So they just teleport in the worst possible spot and then completely miss it and die to a tower or mobs or like anything random.
Here I am. Yeah, no, because like I'm going to cut him off. Nope, don't cut him off. You teleport behind and then 4 people collapse on you and you're just running around saying stupid dialogue. Let me tell you. The main reason I stopped playing Nature's Prophet is because his dialogue was like, go green. Like, you attack someone, it's like to mulch with you. No, like, listen, in a fantasy setting, they don't use mulch. They don't use it. Don't say that. Yeah, the dialogue is like really bad. You play Lena and everything's like, I have another fire pun.
Can you buy voice packs in that game or anything like that? Is that a thing?
It has a mute button. So.
Okay. All right. Just mute it then. I didn't know if that stuff was monetized because they monetize almost everything in that game.
Yeah.
Don't they have like crazy? They have like announcer packs, right?
Yep.
Yeah. The Rick and Morty pack is so
Rick and
funny.
Morty one, yeah, that's what I've
Oh my
heard.
god, he's dominating.
I almost want to try Dota just to see what that announcer pack is like, because I've heard nothing but great things about that.
Yeah, let me just say, if any of you want to get together and make an announcer pack together, that would be amazing.
We gotta do a role play announcer pack.
Yeah, no, like a role play announcer. Yeah.
Your bottom tower is gonna die.
Yeah.
Great. It'd be fantastic. We should do it. We won't
so
do it,
tight.
chat. It's not. We're just saying we should.
Just saying we
It's
should.
just not going to happen.
The
Most
likelihood of
likely.
it actually happening is very, very slim.
Yeah. And if anyone needs it to happen, just tweet at Max, not me, because I won't respond. Max might respond to him.
And if you misinterpreted what we were just saying there, what sometimes happens is that people bullshit about ideas that will never occur. And just because we said something doesn't mean it's going to happen. But just in case you're upset about that, Max is
Just tweet at Max. Twitter.com/GassyMexican.
Time me and JP said we want to do a podcast.
I think he said yes. I think he said yes.
I think he said tweet at me.
Yeah, no, I actually just committed the cardinal sin of being someone on the internet, which is to say, here's an idea I have, and everyone's like, shut the fuck up now. You know, this is just like worse than doxing, honestly. It's just, don't fucking say another word. Everyone has something they said offhanded one day that haunts them for the rest of their life on the internet.
Yep. I can think of about 3, so let's move on.
We've all done it. We've all said it.
Shut up. Stop drawing attention to it.
Adam, why don't we just play some D&D?
Yeah, let's
start
play
the show.
All right, let's do it. So we're gonna introduce our new character. I'm addressing this to you, Personagetron. So it's been several weeks since last you saw another member of your race, the noble forest gnomes.
Oh, jeez.
The Rock King's last assault on your forest home left the town aflame, soldiers dead in the streets.
My hometown of Flume was aflame.
That's right, Flume. Yeah, you didn't check the Flume, and now it's on fire. The Rock Gnome King's servants moving mechanically from home to home, enslaving those who submitted to his will, killing those who attempted to defend themselves, and all the while, from atop his mighty mechanical snail mount, the Rock King looked down on your people, watching them be enslaved. But you, brave Personagetron, you were able to escape. You were able to get away from the terror. The Rock Gnome King inflicted upon your people, and you were able to get away, and you spent those few weeks in hiding in a forest valley where the Rock Gnome King's servants might not be able to find you.
Yes,
formulating your plan, preparing your revenge, and I think really realizing that you are brave and strong, but small. And only one gnome, and that you're going to have to do what you can, but you may not be able to take on the entire Rock King's army by yourself. And when we fade in on the episode, when the credit music stops playing and we get our first scene, we see a familiar forest, right? We see the forest of Sheelan Valley, and we see Personagetron Torbisher. I could say it with a straight face. I don't know what's wrong with your face, but I can do it. Yeah,
well, it's that I didn't remember the name. I just began to undulate.
I don't know what's wrong with your face.
Listen, I've been saying it to myself over and over and over so that I don't giggle when I say it. So
wow. Adam before a Tinder date.
Personagetron Torbisher So we find you, and you're hot on the trail of one of the Rock Gnome King's servants, right? The Rock Gnome King has many allies in his dark war against the forest gnomes, and you've been tracking some of them through this village in the hopes that you'll be able to track them back to their base of operations, back to where they might be keeping some of your people enslaved. And so what we see is we see you crouched hidden in some bushes, your bow at the ready, and we can see a hut. You're out in a swamp somewhere, like at the edge of the forest, and there's this hut in the swamp, and it's obviously been attacked recently. There's smoke kind of pouring from a hole in the roof. Parts of the wall are burned, and we hear some croaking laughter, and from the front door of the hut, we see two sort of frog-like creatures emerge. They appear to be like bipedal toads. They're all like warty and kind of gray. One of them is wearing a little black cape, and they're carrying. They're about about gnome size, maybe a little bigger, a little broader.
Wow.
The toads, and they're carrying between them a woman. She's unconscious. She's like bound at the wrists and ankles, and they're carrying her to a wagon. And Personage's you see this happening. You see the hut, and you see this woman being thrown into the wagon. Now, she's human. She's not a gnome. She's not of your people. Yes. What do you want to do? You would guess that you're likely no match for these two alone, but
No match.
What's the thanks, Max. What do you want to do, Percentagetron? What's the plan?
Well, despite the fact that I'm on this journey to track down one of the many acolytes of the Gnome King to try to help liberate my people, or so the Gnome Stone King, I see this woman in need, and of course I'm just flooded with all the memories of all the helpless people of mine who just no one was able to step to their aid, and they were enslaved and put on the backs of snails.
Oh yeah,
snails. Dragged away savagely, slowly, with a trail of slime underneath their foot. And all those memories come back to me, and I know
I have to do the right thing.
So what I want to do is I want to draw my arrow back silently from just on the right side of the bush, and I'm trying to let an arrow fly into the left foot of the leftmost frogazod.
Yeah, so you want to try to attack the frogs at the outside. Okay, so I think that's what we see. We see you draw the arrow.
I suddenly have a moment of doubt. I just want to look around and see if there's anything else, if there's anyone, if there's any object I can use, because I'm realizing there's just too much emotion in me. I'm just too noble and valiant and all that shit.
Right. Totally. Yeah. And from there, we see you draw, and there's a moment of uncertainty on your face as you draw your bow, which is much too large for you, on the target, and then we fade to Berg, Ramus, and Gideon, and
Jesus, I'm so glad I didn't just kill myself again.
All that was going through my head was just like. Before we even meet him,
they are no match for you in a way that they unmatchedly put her on the wagon stronger than you could have at all. And I'm like, shoot them and yell loudly.
Just put all my hit points in a basket and throw them off a cliff. So where Ramus, Gideon, and Berg, where do we see you? Are you traveling through the swamp on your way to find the monk? Have you changed your plan and are heading somewhere else? What's your deal? Where are the three of you?
Dan, you're about to speak. Let's hear your idea.
I was gonna say I think that we're just still heading towards the valley, and I guess we're in the swamp now because that's where we are right now.
I mean, it can be. I'm curious about where you're headed, right? Like, because the last we saw you, Gideon had freed himself by putting on this ring that is now sort of cursed and like locked to his hand.
That's right.
But yeah, he's freed of the bracer. Now you certainly could like pursue this quest that was put before you, or maybe you could have headed somewhere else. I mean, the swamp's a pretty good place to hide out if that's something you want to do. You're kind of on your way there anyway. So
Yeah.
Knowing that we're criminals, I think we just hide out and live our days in the swamp forever.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
So you want to become swamp dwelling? All right.
And that's it. And that the show will just be us living in the swamp.
I'm all about that. If you want to just go live in the swamp.
Berg in the swamp. Woo!
Yeah. Cool. So this would be when we cut to the alternate opening credits of the show, and we get the like sitcom opening. You have a little apartment in the swamp, and you can't get along. Gideon keeps like leaving a mess on the couch.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Berg's like coming back with random like wild things that he's killed. And everyone's like, "Good job, Berg."
Give him a thumbs up and high five him, and then go cook it. Yep, that's the intro.
High five in slow motion, freeze frame at the end of the credits. Perfect. Great.
I think that like since two of us are still enslaved to Kukrit, that like we kind of have to do what he wants. Gideon is, I guess, tagging along with us since, or I don't want to speak for your character, but like I guess.
Yeah,
like,
well, I think what happened is where we last left off, we were camped outside of where we just had that fight. So we camped there, slept through the night. Like the entire night, I was just fidgeting with the ring and stuff. We woke up the next morning, and I just kind of told them like, look, I could probably just leave now, and no one would know, no one would be able to find me. But I started this with you two. We're gonna go ahead and finish this. I'm gonna get you out of the bracelets, and then we'll go our way.
Yeah. I mean, you're bound together by fate and by the very real chance that, if Kukrit found out that one of you went missing, it's not like you'd be like, well, I guess you got the bracer off. You're free to go. Like prison doesn't really work that way. If you escape, they don't like let you stay escaped. So you'd end up having bounty hunters on your tail pretty fast.
Right. So I think we just continue going along because we're used to losing a party member and still finishing whatever we were doing. So this is normal territory for us.
Okay. So
I think like we have a plan that like somehow if we can find someone that can investigate this ring, it might be the key to unlocking our bracers and giving us freedom.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so that's when I think so that was a few days ago, that conversation. So you don't have to use rations, I think, because Berg's going to keep you fed on your journey. You traveled for a few days, reached the edge of the kind of eastern part of the forest, where the forest becomes flooded, and out into the swamps and the lowlands of the valley. And this is when we cut back to Personigatron, and in that moment of maybe this is a bad idea, you hear a rustling at the edge of the opposite edge of the swamp, and you see three figures coming through the brush. Now they haven't seen the hut or the frog creatures yet. The frogmen, they kind of like startle and they look up, and one of them like croaks a little bit, and the two of them kind of like one of them croaks.
He just goes up, ribbit.
Yeah. Yeah,
he does a danger bell.
Bud.
And so they're looking around. They've noticed this like rustling, and and you have the opportunity now, Personigatron, to like wait and see these newcomers as they arrive, or to startle the frogmen, like to ambush them. What do you want to do? You've kind of got control of the situation right now.
Okay, so my bow's drawn, my heart's pounding, and I look at this rustling of new entrants on one side, and I look at the evil Frogazods with Tunya, and I want to try to make the frog guys make a loud noise. So this is where I'm going to try to, as stealthily as humanly possible, let fly an arrow into the knee of one of the frogs.
Okay.
That's the tender point on a frog. Everyone knows that.
Yeah. No, I watched Terminator 2 this weekend, and he shoots everyone in the fucking knee. So I want to be the
a lot of giant frog people in Terminator 2.
I
mean, because I'm not really, I don't remember it that way.
You'd be really surprised, really.
It's been a little while. So
A lot of people do croak in that movie.
Yeah.
Hey-o!
Oh
Right,
my God! Thank you for the slam dunk there. I didn't realize it was alley-ooping. I thought I was about to just go out of bounds and.
That's the one. You get one. No more of that shit. That's it, everybody. All right. Well, you can make your attack roll. You can go ahead and fire your longbow at one of the nearby frogmen.
As long as it can be for a gnome.
And yeah, and go ahead and do that. Now it's a longbow, and you're a gnome, so you got disadvantage on the shot, but you're hidden from them. They don't know you're there, so you get advantage. It's just a regular shot.
How many Ds do I roll?
On your character sheet, you can just click where it says longbow, and the character sheet will do the rest.
Okay. I always forget this interface has been improved so much. Here we go.
Yeah, we got character sheets. All right. So with a 13, let's see if you strike the frogman. You do not. You startle him, but you don't hit him. So you
That's good. It's fine, Tom. It's okay.
You fire an arrow, and it flashes into the water, and the frogman turns suddenly towards you, having revealed yourself, and he's got a spear in hand, and his throat swells up, and there's a deep rumble, and that sound is what alerts Berg and Ramus and Gideon to the fact that there are frogmen afoot. So let's have you jump into combat.
Should we do initiative?
Yeah, let me move you to the right page.
Oh my God! Let's just note that.
Oh my God! The house is on. Okay.
Oh my God.
For no one else saw that, but he went to the wrong map. Is what happened.
Yeah, I can't drag. There's enough maps I can't drag you over, but let's all say hello to Personage Trial.
There he is, green hair and all. He
Beautiful.
looks very noble, very folk hero-y.
The power of the forest.
So yeah, go ahead and click your token, click the initiative, and I will do the same, and we'll get this.
Ooh, a 19.
Let's do it.
Lovely 4.
Hold on, did you fucking put me behind a tree, Adam? Can I place myself somewhere on this line?
Sure. Yeah, if you want to start somewhere else,
I'm going right there.
So for this map, anywhere that's in the water, unless you have a swimming movement speed, it counts as difficult terrain for you.
Damn, look at that initiative.
Just keep that in mind.
Yeah, Adam rolled a 2.
Yeah, I didn't roll very well.
Is this the episode where Adam finally stops rolling well?
Like I've seen the math.
Don't taunt him. Don't taunt him.
I'm rolling exactly normal.
Yeah, someone actually put up all the stats. Shout out to that guy on the community site.
Yeah, that's a great post.
Yeah.
Okay, I have one other thing I need to do.
These things are called bullywugs?
Yep.
Oh, Max, have you never?
He doesn't know anything about bullying.
Never encountered the mighty
I don't know
bullywug?
what bullywugs are like.
A
A bunch of bullies?
Bullywugs. All right, so Berg and Gideon, either of you can go.
Berg, I'll let you make the first move.
All right, so their attention is towards old Snidgy.
Yeah, so you basically like walked out into the area. You can see ahead of you. There's a hut here directly in front of you, kind of out in the swamp. And you can maybe hear like one of the bullywugs like rustling around in there. And then there's the snap of an arrow. The bullywugs reveal themselves with their croaking sound. And they're both looking this way right now.
What's my motivation? Why do I want to kill these dudes?
I don't know. They have spears and
What does Berg know of bullywugs? Can he make some sort of history?
Make a nature check.
Yeah, okay.
I will tell you of the noble bullywug.
And done.
11. All right.
11 from heaven with a 7.
So bullywugs, they are. It sort of depends on who you ask, right? Like if you ask a scholar, they might tell you some actual information about like where a bullywug might live or what they might be up to. But for the most part, they're considered just nasty vermin, essentially goblins of the swamp. Thoroughly evil, consumers of farms. They're bad. They're vermin essentially. You don't know really anything about their culture or their personalities, but most humans who live near or kind of in swamplands consider them to be a nasty pest, the same way you might a kobold or a goblin.
All right, fuck them. We're gonna go kill them. Try.
That is an
Or
appropriate.
walk up and get completely critted or something.
That's an appropriate response.
All right. I believe I'm in distance. No, maybe just out of actually.
Yeah, because remember, any square that's in the water, unless you have a swimming speed, is double how it basically counts.
Damn, that sucks. Okay, well, I guess Berg's
Plus,
gonna.
also you can't run through these trees. They provide cover for you right now.
Okay,
but-
so if I were to go here, next turn, would I be able to make it to them?
10, 20. No, not
Just
necessarily.
the
But
one,
they'll
right?
move too, so they might attack you or. Whatever. Oh yeah. Percentage of charm. We need you to roll initiative.
All right, how much do I roll?
Click on your token, which is the little green here, guys.
Yep.
You know what you look like. Click on your token, and then on your character sheet, there's an initiative thing you can click.
Is this an area of cover that a bird could run up just like behind?
Mhm. Yeah, you can run up and crouch behind it.
Ooh, the RN Jesus is back. He died last week, keep in mind.
He died and he's now reborn. All right.
Okay, so because you rolled after, Berg we'll just let you go now.
Yeah, I just went right there.
I choose
So you're
let
gonna
Bert go.
Berg, you're gonna run up, and then you're gonna
Is
crouch
he in cover
down.
there? Because if he's not, I'd put him in here.
Yeah, there you go. That's cover there.
That's more cover, yeah. We can
Right. So we see Berg suddenly, like, Berg sees targets, and yeah, you run forward, crouch down behind this bush, which will give you cover if they decide to throw their spears at you.
Nasty frogmen must die.
And then what do you want to do? You still got an action.
I think Berg's just kind of poised there. He's seeing what's going on.
Okay.
He goes up for a tactical, get a little closer, get some cover, and then he's going to see what everyone else does before making his first move.
All right, Personagetron Torbisher. You see a half orc burst from the bushes. Do you have your sword drawn?
No, I'm still clumsily readying my long enough for a gnome bow.
I think he was asking me.
Yeah, I was asking Berg, but that's
Right.
Right, of course.
I don't listen very well.
Suddenly there's a half orc, like come rushing forward, but like cautiously, right? He crouches down and gets.
Yeah. He has his sword drawn, but yeah, he's like kind of like, it kept hunch while he's heading to cover.
Kept hunch.
Kept hunch.
Punched. Yeah.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Fine. Word.
I sit hunchwise.
Roller coaster tycoon.
That was the lag.
Yeah.
Roller coaster raccoon. Okay, so Personagetron, what would you like to do? You're no longer hidden. The
No longer.
Yeah, the Bollywoods have spotted you, right? Because you fired an arrow at them, and they're ribbiting angrily to each other.
Now this upper snuttywug can he jump down into the water and come at me, or is it just these two that are closest to me?
This one's he's in the hut, so he'd have to go around. The windows aren't big
Got
enough for a Bollywug
Okay.
to go through.
Now what I'm curious about is the range on my longbow. Let me look at this. The range is. It says 150 out of 600. What does that mean?
You can fire. There's two ranges. Up to 150 feet is short range. Anything past that is long range. Within short range, you're not at disadvantage, and then beyond that range, you're at disadvantage. But you're at disadvantage all the time because the longbow is too long for you.
Yeah, you got to get yourself a short bow.
Oh my God, JP. Oh my God, it's so offensive. All right, so what I'm going to do is, let's see, is there any... So at this point, with my heart pounding, I decide to move like here. And what's the distance from here?
That if all you do is move, you can do that. It's just that water is up to your waist, so you're slogging through it slowly.
Okay, so I'm trying to move back a little bit somewhere like here and then shoot him.
Okay. You have a movement rate of 25, which means you can move 2 squares from where you were, basically.
Okay, and
You started here, hidden in the bush.
yes. So I'm actually gonna dart to 10,
All right, so you slosh through the water.
and then I'm gonna try to shoot this guy. And what's the UI again to just drag and hit?
You can just click on your character sheet. Just click the name of the weapon in your attacks list. And
Oh,
then-
that's right, the ruler. Geez, it's only 40 feet away. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't trust this orcish brute who sounds like he swallowed a vocoder. What I'm going to do is I'm going to step away, and I'm going to try to kill the snortledugs, the froggy guys, as best I can with my longbow, clumsily held between my short little fingers.
Well, the thing is, it's not so much like it's quite long, and you got a 21 on both. So you're so plucky. Look how plucky you are.
Yeah, that's,
I have very nimble thumbs.
So even though the bow is too large for you, I don't know, maybe pull it from the back of a wagon or something, and you're not strong enough to pull it to its full extent.
It's like
Still, the power of your gnomish spirit allows you to.
yeah, no, it's like the climax of the kids movie where the dog is driving a truck and somehow. Like I'm that little gnome there.
And he has his longbow because of his random rolling, right?
Exactly.
We could have had a short bow.
You could add something different, yeah. But that's cool. So now to deal damage, if you click on the chat log where it says longbow +5, if you click the word longbow, that'll roll your dice for you.
Bam!
Nice. All right. So
He deals 9 damage for branding.
you fire an arrow. Deal 9. And and so Berg, you hear the snap of a bow from across the swamp, and one of the bullywugs it doesn't quite croak, but he makes a sound of pain as he is speared by an arrow. Gideon, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I didn't give you spells, so we're just gonna say that I took spike growth because that's a really good ability to always have as second level druid. Does that work for you?
Yeah.
I'll
that's
message you the spells that I choose after this. But I wanna cast spike growth in. So it's a 20-foot radius, centered on a point within range. So range is 150 feet. So I want a spike growth on. How do I draw a shape? Okay, so I think like this is what I want to do. I think that's 20 feet right there.
Let's see. Oh, okay. All right.
Is
So you're
that-
gonna cast
No, that's
spike growth.
15. It would go one more, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's 4 squares. It's just that's the distance from
Oh,
one to
that's the distance, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, shit. Can we do? Let's do it like this. Like that. If I cast it in half a square, will they still take damage?
You can't. Yeah, you can't. You have to pick a.
Okay. Let's do that and cast spike growth.
Get him.
I don't have that spell even in my character, so I can't click it. Although, will it just autofill all that stuff at him?
Yeah. If you drag it onto your character, but I've got it here. I've got it in the SRD. So
Okay, just click it whenever.
the ground in a 20-foot radius spouts hard spikes and thorns. The area becomes difficult terrain, which it already is, but it would become difficult even to swim through, and it requires a saving throw. Right?
I'm excited for all the second level
Oh
spells.
no, there's no save. It just creates spiky terrain, and then anyone who moves. So if they stay still, then they won't get damaged. If
Yeah.
they move to it or around
Well,
it.
Does it also affect us if we end up getting in that zone?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just range them.
So
So you're just kind of keeping them there.
Yep. The spell says the ground in a 20-foot radius centered on a point. So does that mean it's a 40? Like that's a that's a circle.
radius 20 feet. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you got it's like twice that, right?
Yeah, it's fucking massive.
Jeez.
Because it would be 8 across then. So that's
Hey,
that's how big.
you be careful aiming your tentacles.
So can we hit all? We can hit all 3.
No, he's inside, so
One's
it doesn't go
high,
through
yeah.
walls.
Okay. Well, I don't want it on the bridge because we want to
Holy
go on
fuck,
the
that's
bridge.
massive. Yeah, when you see it visualized like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put it up a little bit so it's not on the bridge. I can't
Just
move
one
it.
more.
Like that.
Yeah, that looks good.
All right, let me add it.
Sick. Oh my god, these roots are so sick.
Okay.
Oh, these forest tentacles are sick.
So from the water, from the swampy murk, yeah, these like massive tendrils of spiked growth just burst up out and wrap around the legs of the bullywugs, who seem startled and frustrated by this grabbing. Yeah, cool. Do you want to move, Gideon, or are you done with your?
And then I will also move right behind this bush. Actually, right behind Max, right here. Do I get cover from there? Right there? Is that covering?
From one of them.
What about there?
Yes.
What about
and
right here?
Same thing. Yep. Yes.
Let's do that. That's that's about where I want to go.
Where were you originally?
Right here.
Okay, moving through the bushes and stuff is difficult terrain.
I mean, I'm only moved 20 feet.
Yeah, but your movement rate is not 40.
Yeah, but the bush only covers 1 square. This entire thing is difficult.
All the foliage, like this tree, like you can see you're covering. Like you could go.
So could I go up right there and then just down 15 feet for 20?
1, 2. This square, I know I'm nitpicking, but that square is difficult. Like anything that has like greenery in it, basically.
So I could go 5, 10. That would
20.
be 20.
And then there, yeah, right behind Berg is 30.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. All right, yeah. So you like push your way through the brush. It's all like entangled and frustrating, but you manage to get behind Berg, who's crouched behind this bush, and you wanna get low so you can get some cover. So that's fine.
Yep.
Cool. Okay. So Ramus, it would be your turn, except that the Bullywugs have a friend that y'all did not notice earlier.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go ahead and reveal him now.
The what now?
Holy fucking moly!
Oh, damn.
So the Bullywugs, they're like
Shit.
the Bullywugs are chirping, right? They're chirping. he comes riding out on a unicycle. So after Gideon's turn, you see that boy. Oh shit! What up? He leaps out of the swampy water. You see his eyes kind of emerge, and he's like, "Brrr," and then like leaps out of the water. And
Defend Miss Piggy.
let's
Why are you attacking my friends?
let me check his movement right here. He's got a long jump of 20 feet, or a swim speed of 40. The long jump allows him to get out of this. Okay, so he's gonna potentially take the damage from the spell, right?
2d4.
From spike growth.
Can I roll it, or
Let's see,
do you
it
roll
goes
it?
into or within the area. Yeah, go ahead and roll 2d4.
All right, let's roll.
It
Let's
only
roll
counts
real
as 5 feet because he's just moving up out of the
He
water.
takes, a modest 3 damage.
Okay, so it's okay. He tears himself free of the spike growth.
Oh, fuck.
Takes a few damage and leaps towards Berg.
Holy shit.
So just like
Nice timing on that.
lands next to Berg, and then he gets to make 2 attacks on Berg.
I never liked orcs.
He's gonna make he gets to make an attack on Berg, so he tries to bite you, Berg.
Dude, I swear to God, if I did,
So you
Ooh.
you get hit. So he leaps out in front of you. His massive ropey like sticky tongue snaps out, hits you in the chest. You're gonna take damage from the hit, and then I need you to roll something.
You're gonna roll a
DC
strength
13.
save, I think.
Roll something, anything. It doesn't matter now. Fate is at your doorstep.
So Berg, you take 9 damage.
fuck me.
So the thing you can hear, like it's like yeah, battering ram hitting your armor, right? His tongue is like this big, so bang hits against your armor, and then his tongue is like stuck on you, and
Should've fucking
I need you to make a DC. Or no, you're grappled now. So you don't just get a free escape, so you take the grappled condition. I'll throw this net on you, so you're basically wrestling with this big sticky tongue that's like wrapped around you, and the frog is
Ooh.
trying to like pull you in so he can eat you. And let's maybe take a break on that nice visual image.
Think about that, Max, while we take a break. We'll see. Dan has some new spells, so we'll see what happens here. We're going to take a first break, though. Don't go nowhere. Still 3 more hours left to Court of Swords. We'll see you guys right after this break.